Today we're going to do Superette sushi sliders. This is kind of a take on some sushi and mini burger sliders. And you cut off some leaves. Now take your spring onions and finely slice them. I've been a chef for 15 years and I've worked in everything from Michelin stars to gastropubs to teaching in a cookery school. Superette's a pop-up restaurant company that me and my wife started about a year and a half ago, because it's basically street food, it's fast food, but with provenance. We're going to make some tempura batter now. Sparkling water, corn flour, plain flour, a touch of salt and ice. I started cooking in about 97 to start of 98, and I started at Mezzo, which was Conran's monster restaurant in Soho. And then from there I kind of moved around a bit. I went to Jay Sheiky's, and I went to the Duke of Cambridge where we won, which is an organic gastropub where we won Best Gastropub in London. Take your kale and you put it in the seasoned flour. Into the tempura. You want a nice covering. And then place that into the fryer. Just hold the end of it just so the batter sets a little bit and it doesn't stick to the bottom of the fryer basket. And place that on your J cloth. This we're going to use some wasabi mayonnaise. So mix 3 parts mayonnaise with 1 part wasabi and give it a whisk. There you go. And then suck that up through the syringe just so you can get a nice controlled line of it. We're going to slice our sashimi tuna. This is yellowfin tuna, which is not endangered. It's reasonably and sustainably fished. You're not going to have the Animal Liberation Front coming around and beating you up. You're all good. So now you've got your tempuraed kale base. You've patted off any excess oil. If you take your tuna that you sliced earlier and kind of dot that around, sprinkle your spring onions and your finely sliced chives. If you just take some of this sakura cress, which is kind of a bitter, sweet Japanese cress, it's like a micro herb. We've also got these, which are tobiko, they're flying fish roe. They're kind of like salmon eggs, they're just a lot smaller. You take your pickled sushi ginger and just rip it into strips and put a couple on each one. And then on top of that, we'll put some bulldog sauce, which is one of my favorites. It's Japanese brown sauce. And there you have your Superette sushi slider. The techniques that I learned in fine dining gastronomic restaurants and applying them to street food and trying to give it to people at an accessible price point, which is trying to make it all more accessible. It's basically, yeah, that's how it is, that's Superette.